This is Geology, and you're watching Rider News.
Thank you to Mr. Gallagher's 5th period class for starting us off with Rider News. Welcome to the Rough Rider News Desk as we broadcast from inside our campus studio. Today we're featuring a profile of one of our school leaders, a tour of the unique features of our big campus, and a panel of experts who love reading books. I'm Lacey, and let's get started. Our Rider News crew recently invited our assistant principal Blore to sit with us and answer a few questions about life, cell phones, superpowers, and other intriguing ideas. Please take a look and listen while we learn a little about this administrator, who has a cool pair of glasses and an office at the front entrance to the school. How were your holidays? Did you travel?
Well, the holiday was okay. I actually had a little bad news during the holiday, or bad event. My husband and I own a second house down in Long Beach, Washington, so down by the border of Oregon. And we've decided to rent it out for some extra income. So we had to go down to finish cleaning it out. And on the way down there, I was driving his truck and hit black ice and totaled his truck. None of the family was injured, so that is the good part, but his truck is totaled. So then we didn't get to do what we needed to do that weekend. I had to call my mom to drive 4 hours to come and get us, to bring us back to Port Angeles. And then we had to go down again the next weekend to actually do what we needed to do. So a lot of the break was dealing with that and the outcome from that, and still dealing with insurance and buying a new vehicle and all of that kind of stuff.
What's most important for students to know about you as a principal?
I think, especially because I'm an assistant principal, a lot of what I do is working with students on discipline. And so I think students see me as, kind of an authoritarian, or I'm the person they have to go talk to when they get in trouble. But really, that is not all that my job is. And I love working with students to problem solve and help them to understand why they should do something but not this other thing. I'm a teacher at heart, so I like to take that time to teach students about behavior and expectations. And in my position, I also get to work with teachers and help to guide them and help them to become better teachers also.
What does being a Rough Rider mean to you?
Well, I think being a Rough Rider is something that's pretty special to me. My parents, both my mom and dad, were Rough Riders. I was a Rough Rider. I went to school here. And now I have a son and a daughter, and both my son and daughter are Rough Riders. So being a Rough Rider is about community and family and traditions, and just the experience that you have here at the high school, and that we carry on throughout generations in our families here in Port Angeles.
Do you think artificial intelligence or AI can improve student learning?
So the thing about when new things happen or new things come out, right? Like when I'm old enough, I remember before we had the internet and before we had Google and we're able to search things and get information. When it first came out, it was like, oh my gosh, it's a new thing and not everybody knows about it, and we had to figure out how to use it appropriately. So I think AI is kind of like that. It's a newer thing, and it can be abused or it can be used appropriately. So I think there's this teaching and learning piece that has to happen to use it appropriately. But definitely, yes, I think it can be an asset to student learning if it is used appropriately.
That's Principal Bloor, and we're really thankful she took time from her busy schedule to visit with us in our Rider News studio. Turning the page on our Rider News script, we're learning more about the history of our Rough Rider campus. Have a peek as we take a tour of the campus and discover what these unique features may be.
You may wonder why we at Port Angeles High School, of all people, are called the Rough Riders. Well, as it turns out, there's a historical explanation. The first United States Volunteer Cavalry was a regiment that was 1,000 men strong. Each and every one of them could be described as skilled. They were nothing if not good shots and good riders. This cavalry, under the leadership of Theodore Roosevelt, was given a nickname of the Rough Riders in the Spanish-American War of 1898. For reference, a Rough Rider is a popular name for Western cowboys. The cavalry, on the 1st of July, had the greatest day of their existence. It was 1898 in Cuba, the Battle of San Juan Hill. Led by future President Teddy Roosevelt, they had charged up Kettle Hill near San Juan Hill. The charge was a success. Many died in this charge, though the survivors were considered heroes. This victory would secure Teddy Roosevelt's place in politics, and that is the story of how the Rough Riders came to be.
Thank you to our Rider News field team for reporting on the special features of our campus. Take a moment to appreciate the view from the football field if you get a chance. Up next, we have a group of people who love the written word and a good book. As Dr. Seuss said, the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Let's go to the next segment on books.
Hi, I'm Chloe Brunning, and I really like books, so I'm trying to find other people that like books and talk about them. Hi, so I'm going to be asking you two what your favorite books are and what you rate them out of 5 stars. So let's start with you. What is your favorite book?
One of Us is Lying.
And what do you rate that out of 5 stars, and would you tell other people to read that?
Yeah, I would definitely tell other people to read that. It's really just interesting and makes you want to read the rest of the books. I'd probably rate it 4 stars.
What about you?
This is a hard question. I guess the Scorpio races. It's not about the zodiac sign. It's just weird horses. And a normal horse. I guess I'll rate it 4 out of 10 because it was one of the first books that made me start reading. So, and if you want to read a book about horses, you should read it, I guess.
And do you both read a lot?
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Thank you.
More than I should have.
Thank you, guys.
Glad to have the book review team and their discussion on great books they're reading. We thanked everyone who helped support and participate in this episode of Rider News. Check your Gmail for a link to our YouTube channel. That's it from the Rider News desk. We're proud to be the voice of our Rough Rider community and appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have an idea for a Rider News segment, let us know about it. Until next time, be well, be kind, study hard, and ride on, Rough Riders.